Hey everyone, batteries. I know it's been a very long time. I'm trying to get this schedule up in order, but I couldn't get any good games, and I just had a really good one with Ghostface, but because Share Factory is a ploopy head, it decided that, hey, we're not going to count it at all. It's not this match with the Ghostface, it's me as the Ghostface. But, bit of important news. This YouTube channel will most likely be dedicated to just talking about Dead by Daylight, because I definitely want to stream more. It's something I enjoy doing, and I feel like gameplay is a little stressful considering that I have to get good games, and it's kind of hard now considering that matchmaking is really whack. So just keep that in mind for my next videos. They're mostly going to be commentary. So take it like a Scott Jun type thing, or a Space Coconut, both YouTubers I adore. Anyway, I really want to emphasize that before I begin this video, this update was a major success. And that's saying a lot, because most Dead by Daylight games... What? Most Dead by Daylight updates are never usually that good. Trickster was barely buffed, he's still D tier. I actually think he is the second weakest killer in the game, above Trapper. No one's gonna be as bad as Trapper, except if they reverted Freddy to his normal state. But we have the twins. That was a total catastrophe. A bunch of other stuff, but this update's really good. Now, if you didn't see the mid-chapter update, I'm going to go through what it had in the contents. So, let's start off with the biggest thing for my best boy, Demogorgon. He's getting buffed! He got buffed! Yeah, Demogorgon got a pretty nice buff. His add-ons are pretty good. His shred speed got increased. They didn't change anything about it. The only thing that actually changed from PTB to live is the rat liver nerf, and the rat tail nerf completely reverted. So basically, Demogorgon is no longer useless in some people's eyes. The only reason why, in my opinion, people thought Demogorgon was useless is because no one played him. Because every other killer did his job better. Now, I played him because he was probably the most fun killer. And, I don't really know. It's just a very good boy. But, apart from that, twins, their iridescence got buffed. Victor can now move if he hits a successful attack, so if you're gonna get crushed automatically, you can actually, like, get behind some cover and not get crushed. However, they increased his successful, hit range from 3 seconds to 5 seconds, and that's a pretty noticeable change. I still think that they're, like, A tier, but I think they've dropped down to the lowest in A tier. And I know a lot of people put them in D tier, but their slug potential is so good, and they can legit counter gen rushing completely. And you may be wondering, how can they do that? Well, they're two people. One can go chase survivors, the other can like hide behind a gen, completely immobilize it. People can't use that without the fear of getting hit. Because if you're just getting right next to her, if you're right next to her, you're just gonna get hit. But enough about that. Doctor got FEX changes. The most cool thing about this chapter, it definitely wasn't part of the mid-chapter, but it was a cosmetic part of the update. We got Crypt TV skins, and by God, do they look freaking good. Now, I do have one question for the Dead by Daylight team. Why did you do Looksee for Doctor? Like, I know it's because Doctor's, like, he torments his victims, you know, he has, like, a business suit as well, you know, the nice shoes, the slacks, but I feel like Wraith would fit that better, because Wraith has outfits where he wears business suits and slacks. Don't ask how I got hit there. I didn't know when it happened either. Pallet stuns are still really whack. Yeah, I ran this Ghostface around for a very long time, so if you're wondering why that's happening, yeah. And then I get face camped later on, but that's okay. I still died, but that's okay. That's okay. He can say salty all he wants. But moving on from this horrendous game, let's talk about what I think the best change in this was. I honestly have to say, the Demogorgon changes were really good. First off, his add-ons are now not entirely just portal, and more portal. His iridescents are no longer doo-doo. I mean, his iridescents were never horrible. They weren't as bad as Oni's, but they definitely were not good. Now, with that out of the way, I really want to emphasize how I think Dead by Daylight's going in a good direction, and how I think things are being formatted now. I think Dead by Daylight is no longer going with the 2 kills, 2 escapes thing. I think what they're going for is, like, who cares how many kills you get, who cares how many escape, just have a good time. They definitely aren't focusing on strength killers anymore. I definitely think they're focusing on making killers interesting and kind of, fluent, if you could say that. What I mean by that is they're making killers more fun. They're making more demos, basically. They're making more blights. They're making more huntresses. They're making more Onis. They're making more killers that you can have an appeasable time with no matter how the outcome is. Now, of course, you can still get mad with killers like this. I can't say you can't. But they definitely are going into the direction that, hey, want to have fun with the killer? Okay, then have fun with the killer. That's what we're going for. And I really like that. I'd rather have a fun and weak killer than a strong and boring killer. I would rather have a trickster over a spirit. I know that's a very controversial opinion, but I'm standing my ground on that statement. Now, don't take this personally, but the Twins change is kinda nuts. Kinda nuts. And you're wondering, why is that? Well, they made their iridescence really good. Let's say that, with Twins you do have to play like a scumbag. With this, with this new iridescent pendant, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. When you kick Victor, you're exposed. Now, it used to be 12 seconds. Now it's 30. That's pretty good. Now, is it the best? No. But is it good now? Definitely. Now, the cloth, it's also pretty good. So, if you were to combine these two together, there's so many things you could do with it, and my dad is laughing in the background. Now, my lasting impressions on this update. S- tier. It will never be as good as Cursed Legacy. Nothing will ever be as good as Cursed Legacy. Okay, Stranger Things and Descend Beyond, or actually no, Descend Beyond brought us a bunch of bugs. A pretty uninteresting Survivor, broken perks, So it wasn't that good. We just got Blight, so, But nothing will beat, like, the Stranger Things and Cursed Legacy update. So, before I leave, I just want to actually say what my lasting opinions are. This update was very good. I'm proud of what Dead by Daylight is doing. However, I really want them to stop focusing on making killers more balanced with their own type of fixes, and instead try and focus on what we community want. As always, stay safe, be nice, and of course, enjoy your life. My name is Batteries, and I'll see you later. Take care. Yeah, I'm gonna be putting memes at the end of every video. Haha, Batteries funny.